everybody?
What up, what up, what up?
It is Monday, so you know what that means.
It's time for another
Monday
motivation chat. Hey.
How's everybody doing? It is the Monday before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And all through the night.
Not a creature stirred. I hope our creatures are sleeping. So last week we chatted with Juliana Featherman, and she shared her awesome story about her awesome brother and through her journey of being the sister to an autistic brother and kind of discovering her life's passion. And she created a business and an app that connects people on all types of spectrums and disabilities, not just autism, to make friends and relationships and connect people. And so for a while, it was just a web app that connected people, and she just launched the mobile app for Android and iOS Apple users. And so in talking about technical difficulties that happened with launching the app, we also had some technical difficulties during the chat, but that just goes to show like life is so unpredictable and you just have to like go with the flow. And I feel like that was a big part of even though she shared a lot of the challenges and a lot of times where she questioned whether she should continue or not, but just learning to go with the flow as challenges come about and growing through the challenges. So we are so excited to see where she goes from here and all the amazing connections and people she's able to bring together through her app, which is called Making Authentic Friendships. So go over to her page on IG, check her out, download the app, show some love.
Happy holidays, Pat.
Hey, happy holidays.
That's the bust down, bust down, bust down hat. Bust down, bust down,
Hey.
bust down, Pat.
Hey.
Bust down, bust down.
So this week, we are chatting with Michael King. He is the owner of King's Kitchen. He's going to share his story into entrepreneurship and starting his own business, what it's like to be in the food industry. So we're excited to hear his story. He's not here yet.
Bring him in. We got to bring him in.
Yes. Let's see what's the dealio. But while we're waiting for that, Pat, what are you most thankful for during this holiday season? I think every moment is like a blessing. So just being able to be with friends and family, even if it's virtually. Technology is an amazing thing. Who would have thought, like, I know I grew up with AOL chat rooms. So who would have thought this is where we would be? Yeah, but he didn't respond to anything there, so this one.
That I didn't get COVID through this whole pandemic yet. No,
yeah.
True story. I'm right there with you. Right there with you.
And some people that we know, it's just like weird. Like they just got it by chance. Like it's so weird. Or like in a family, only one person gets it, but then everybody else doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like so strange. This whole thing. It's like 2020 feels like weird.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Pat, you got your superpowers today, bro? I hate the delay. It's like we say something and then...
You gotta wait for them to hear it.
Actually hear.
You know the vibes. Well, we can chat about virtual classes. Something that we're passionate about is not only just motivating people on Mondays, but overall motivation and wellness. And so we launched virtual classes and virtual one on one training. So classes are happening 3 times a week: Monday, Thursday, and Saturday.
No, Tuesday.
Oh, sorry.
Tuesday,
Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 p.m.
9 a.m.
What did I say?
9 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's been a long day, yo. I've been up since 4:30, 5 o'clock. So anybody interested, hit me up in the DMs. There's also in the link in our bio, like a form just to say what you're interested in. Is there an age group for the classes? No. There's no age group. Yeah, anybody can join. It's fun. We got some exciting things coming up, like in the format of the class, so I'm excited about that in January.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out. There'll definitely be some announcements coming up soon.
Yes. And we also
Hi, Maria.
Hola. The kid version of motivating the world is Kick the Day, and so I'm excited for the spring and summer to start launching some things moving with Kick the Day. So if y'all haven't followed Kick the Day, make sure y'all go over there and follow. It's a slow moving thing, right? Like there's so many moving pieces and so many, we kind of got our hands in a lot of things, and we're the parents of 4 busy boys, thinking about, their education. It's just, life is so many layers. But Kick the Day has some awesome things going on for kids, planning for the spring and summer to launch. And we're hoping that this whole COVID thing kind of gets under control so that we can do some in-person stuff in the spring and summer. Get kids outside, get them together, get them learning about fitness and wellness and nutrition, and working together as a team, supporting one another, and kind of getting the camaraderie that we're trying to create at early ages, and they kind of go on to create that for themselves. So I think Mike just joined. So let's bring him in. What's up?
What's up with you? What's going on?
How are you?
Hey, how are you guys? I've been watching some of your previous interviews and seeing what y'all got going on. I think everything that y'all doing is super dope. Just trying to connect all the entrepreneurs and motivational people together for sure. They're trying to everybody that's like trying to bring good energy into the world.
So let's just get right into in terms of like, who are you? What are you doing? Like, introduce yourself.
I can't hear you like that. It sounds like a little muffled.
Oh no.
Oh, I can hear you now. I hear you now. I hear you clear now.
Okay, we just gotta get a little closer. Introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you're doing.
My name is Michael King. The brand that I put together, it just everything that's kind of like including my last name, pretty much. I got this saying called basically your brand is your last name. And never forget that. Pretty much what that is just like I think a lot of people is programmed in their mind to kind of like work for other people, have different companies, building up other people's companies, other people's dreams. You kind of want to have things that you can kind of leave for your kids, your family, your legacy. Every day that you wake up, everything, that single thing that you do is pretty much different pages of your own personal legacy. So that's why I attach everything to your brand is literally your last name, because that's what you'll be leaving for your family when you marry. especially for men, because you're giving your last name to your wife, and then in return your kids, and then so forth and so on. You feel me? Everything realistically starts, in my personal opinion, starts with the man. Because again, when you're getting married, she's taking your last name. She's putting her last name down and taking your last name, and then your last name should be lasting for generations. Um, Me personally, I'm just more so just an entrepreneur. It's nothing specifically that I'm doing. I have a food truck right now, located on 61st and Passyunk Avenue. Even with that, it was just like that thing was like more so my brother's dad's dream. He was cooking and things like that. I watched him kind of like break his back for years. Just working pretty much 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And I always try to talk to him as far as like, yo, I think you kind of need to start your own thing. If a person doesn't value you, in my opinion, this is my opinion of him. If your boss doesn't value you enough to say that you provide me with a safe comfort. He was opening the store, closing the store, doing inventory, going shopping, and then he was cooking. He was the only cook that was there for 12 hours. So I'm like, in my opinion, I'm sitting back like the boss is supposed to not a raise or anything like that. It's supposed to give you like a percentage, some type of equity within the business. He didn't see he saw it, but not really. So he ended up getting a food truck, and trying to start something, but it wasn't in his favor. He didn't have the time for it, with him breaking his back for someone else. And then the people that he kind of lined up to have do it, it didn't work out for whatever reason. So I ended up taking it off his hands. I had some cooks, but then they kind of like were BSing about it, because it's hard to deal with someone who's just starting up a business. To a lot of people, it's real easy to already go into a business that's already running, and things are already happening. So they really couldn't see, even though they was getting paid every single week. They couldn't get through to their head of what was going on in the bigger picture of it. So I end up firing them, and then I end up getting on the truck and cooking. And mind you, cooking really isn't my thing at all. Um, but I felt like the food that I had on the menu was fairly easy. It was like the basic breakfast and lunch, breakfast sandwiches, turkey, bacon, egg, and cheese, beef, bacon, egg, and cheese, hamburgers, steaks. Those type of things it was like fairly easy for me. So I got a small little prep from my brother's father. I got a prep from them, and then I kind of like took it from there. Just to show people that I will anything that I kind of like set my mind to, I'm gonna go make it happen, and I don't make no mistake about it. I will get on this truck and put the work in that it need to kind of go to where it need to go to.
Yeah.
I lived in New Jersey, so I was coming back and forth from Philly to Jersey every
Man.
morning. Had to be there by at least 4 o'clock in the morning to prep and get ready just to get on the truck and have it open by 6. So I was doing
Yeah.
that for days in and days in. In the summertime, I put my daughter on the truck. Um, my daughter's 17. Put my daughter on the truck, and then my sons were doing. I put a water ice stand out right next to my truck, so that they can be
Man.
able to like experience that whole entrepreneur thing. I felt like the lesson that they were able to kind of like learn from it and take away from it was priceless. Just for them to like I remember. Do you guys got kids?
Yeah.
Four.
They
Four.
play the video games and all that, right? So
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
remember my son. He had told his mom came in the house and he told her like, um, obviously you don't have a car, so he was like, give me some V-Bucks on the card. I'll give you the money. And I mean, I'll give you the money later. And she was like, so she came in, got the money from him or whatever. And she was like, this is all your money? Like, no, I just make some tomorrow. I'll just make some more tomorrow. It's this, don't even worry about it. It was like him having that mindset to where those like feeling comfortable enough to where those like I can come outside and bet on myself enough to stand right here and have a product to be able to sell that I will make money each and every day that I'm out here. Again, was priceless. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to do that. In return, I was able to find link up with my guy, my grandmaster chef that I have on there right to this day. Uh, DeAndre Bowman, aka Drizzy Dre, aka Dre, Dr. Chef Dre. That's my guy. But he um, I was able to find somebody with the same work ethic as me. Um, we kind of got together. I told him what I wanted to do, what the brand was, what was my outlook on it, and he was on board from day one.
Mm-hmm.
And it just took us some time to get a system together, and because the business was new to me and him, because he was so used to like being in the kitchen, like literally working in the kitchen and not being on front, dealing with customers and cooking live in front of people on the street. So it took some time and some adjustment. We went through our ups and downs with figuring it out, and now we had a space, super comfortable space, to where though we have it all settled out, and we just been has been pumping it ever since. My thing, my goal was to have a bunch of different. I want to be like, far as in the food truck industry, like a McDonald's, like a Burger King, or just a brand name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I say like them, again, meaning like a brand name, I don't want to just. I'm not just trying to sell burgers or anything like that. I got friends of different race and nationality, so my thing, to my Latino friends is like, yo, listen. I told my guy, I'm like, yo, listen. Y'all make excellent food, bro. You know what I mean? I've come over, a couple of events that you had, and the food's excellent. You should do X, Y, and Z. Y'all should, come out, make some food, promote it, and come out here, and do your thing. It's a good business. I don't think a lot of people pay attention too close to it. I feel like a lot of people kind of leave that to the Middle Eastern people, and then let that be their thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as like with the halal food, um, and typical hot dog stands. You feel what I'm saying? Because like, that's their thing. It's like, nah, it's a real life business, and it's lucrative, and there's so many
Right.
different things that you can kind of like do to reinvent each type of truck. You know what I'm saying? You can have even though it's called King's Kitchen, the 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 concept of it is anything. What would you think that would be in the King's Kitchen? You know what I'm saying? I would think that if I was in like a King's Kitchen, or this somebody wealthy, realistically,
Uh-huh.
that I could get anything. You know what I'm saying? I would be able to get this type of food, that type of food, this type of ice cream, and it'd be at the drop of a hat, with excellent service. And that's just the thing, that's the outlook of things that I'm trying to provide. I want to be able to provide different type of situations, to where though this truck might not have every single thing that you need, but that truck has that type of food, or this type of food, or what I mean, things over there. That's what I'm looking to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing with that brand. I also have a home healthcare company with my agency with my brother that I just formed. We just got approved last week. Um, the whole COVID thing was kind of pushing us back for a while, with just putting
Mm-hmm.
that plan in effect. But again, we just got
Mm-hmm.
approved last week, so the end of next month we'll be looking to be fully active and fully looking to go and fully looking to roll for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, me, that's just me. I'm constantly just trying to think of different ways, different things to do. I've coached basketball. I've dealt. I've rapped. I was in a, just rapping. That's a talent of mine. That I'll be looking to get back into as well. With just building like a studio where different people, not only just actual artists, but I can kind of like school the kids and get them to learn, and teach them different things about producing, about engineering, about
Mm-hmm.
actually recording themselves. These are the
That's
different
awesome.
type of these are the type of different type of things that I kind of want to do. I got dreams on getting my own actual gym. Where I was from, we I think we got two gyms, two actual gyms, but it was like a time frame on it. It wasn't a thing that we knew that it was ours, and we can go there anytime and kind of like put the work in. For a lot of people that wanted to be NBA players, and they're getting better at it with it now. Like parents is more active with their kids in sports. It's a lot of different grants and people giving back to the communities to try to help certain situations. But I didn't have that when I was coming up. Um, so I kind of want to, when I get in position, to kind of provide a gym to bring kids in, so they can work out, um, and get better at their craft. I feel like those things is important, and just having like motivational things in there and motivational conversations. It might not be basketball all the time. You might just need once a week to kind of like vent, talk about what's on your mind, or every day talk about what's on your mind. You might just need to come, knock on the office door and kind of like tell them what's going on with you. Um, so it's a tremendous. I could go on and on and tell you about the different type of stuff that I kind of, you know what I'm saying, that I kind of want to do and want to put it into play. It's a lot of that, but again, it starts with something small. I just was happy this year that I was able to get a business official, legit business off the ground and up and running. Something, an idea and a vision that I had in my head, and take it from there.
Mm-hmm. How long have you had the food truck up and running?
I only had it for a year. I started literally this time last year. We just messing with it a little bit, and then going into 2020 is when I officially like really like was on, operating these many days a week. Had official
Mm-hmm.
menu, a whole bit. For a while I was in my neighborhood. That's what I call my training wheel period, because I was just like figuring it out, and I was in a comfortable space to where though I'm in my neighborhood, so people know me. Um, I got a good name where I'm from, so people was able to come spend money with me and give me that time to be able to learn how this thing go, to be able to do tap into customer service, food on a fly, what the customers kind of want, and I was able to learn that in my neighborhood. So when I met my guy, my chef that I have on there now, um, we were able to take it from out of my neighborhood and take it to an actual location, to where it was like no one knows you, no one's just gonna
Mm-hmm.
come up here just because. It's on you to kind of like market the whole thing and will them in, and be a businessman. So I officially have been doing that with my guy in a location that we've been at since September 1st.
Okay. You said
Yeah,
it's
so
a 60.
September 61st and Passion Avenue. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot, maybe a lot of food
Yeah,
trucks.
yeah. It's a great location. It's a beautiful. Hey, listen, when I was up there and I first found it, discovered it, I was like, it was only one truck there. It was a halal guy out there. He's still out there. Um, and I was like, I couldn't believe that it was no other people here. And I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? This is like on private spot, and I had to do some homework and found out like, nah, you can come out here. You just the only person out here. So shortly after that, I was out there, um, and then I started, we started kind of like gaining the traffic and regular customers. And like I said, my guy was just learning how to be able to deal with making the transition from being in the actual kitchen to out front dealing with customers, getting to know people on a regular, kind of knowing what they want regularly. Oh, you want the turkey bacon egg and cheese with the jelly and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
on rye bread and all that, like, you know what I'm saying. It's like you get to
yeah.
kind of like know your people after a while, and that's something that I take my hat off to him for, and credit him for, like learning and just every day just trying to get better and be on top of that. I mean, my guy Dre, he's that's my partner in crime as far as that business is concerned. I couldn't possibly have done a lot of things that I've done without him, without us just being on the same page and him having the same work ethic. That's kind of like, that's tough right there, to find somebody who going to give the same passion that you give, um, anything realistically. You know what I'm saying? That's tough to kind of like find those people. So when you find them, you kind of like want to go on, and they family, they locked in.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
So the food truck, you told about the history of where that idea came from. You talked about the coaching. Um, you said that you're getting ready to do the home health care. What kind of brought that idea about?
My brother, the thing about it is my brother was looking to do it, and he knew my strengths as far as like me being my dedication, my work ethic, how I would be able to learn and study whatever it is that we got at hand and kind of do it like I've been doing it for forever. He knew
Mhm.
that coming in, so he felt confident as bringing me in on the idea, and he knew the fact of how I cared about people. Um, just providing great service to people, just being all around good guy, and in return with it's good company. So I feel like those are the things that he took in as far as him reaching out to me about the idea, as far as me accepting it and willing to do it. I took that in. I felt like um, that I was been hearing certain things about certain companies not being good or not being good companies. Just me knowing having olderly people in my family or even people with injuries that kind of need that care on a day to day. I know how important it is to have a company that will provide that type of care, that type of love, that type of service, that type of professionalism. And I
Yeah.
felt like it was like kind of like one of my duties to be able to be a part of something like that. I thought that was somehow my calling, so to speak, to kind of be involved in those type of situations. Like I told you about the whole. Hold on, let me get my charger real quick. All right, we good, we good. Like I told you about the whole. Can you hear me? You guys hear me?
Mhm.
Oh, all right, because I took the headphones off, so I wanted to make sure. Like I told you about the whole, just me coaching the kids,
Mhm.
and I've been doing that. It was so crazy. I was talking to a guy just yesterday who used to be on my basketball team, and I was trying to stress to him the importance of pushing things forward. I'm like, with you, you didn't, for whatever reason, through the trials and tribulations of your life, you didn't fully pursue basketball, but that isn't to say that you weren't supposed to understand that and then give it back to the kids who's coming up as of recent, teaching them whatever skills, teaching them how to try to be professionals, helping them with whatever schooling that they got, so that they can remain on a basketball court, for them to be smart on and off the court. I told him, my conversation with him was like, yo, it's your duty to kind of do that. I love
Yeah.
basketball a lot, like a lot. Like I'm a fanatic when it comes to basketball. All my kids played. Um, my little brother played. I coached him. I coached my cousin. I coached the kids that were in my neighborhood. That was my way on a very small scale to kind of like give back and to promote something different. You feel me with that? I felt like it wasn't nobody around older that was really doing it. When I was a kid, we had a guy by the name of Miles Mack, and he took it upon himself to provide us with a basketball league each and every year, each and every summer. And he was like the only older guy that was doing it, and that was dope. Al from Cancer Who, his dad,
Mhm.
his dad had a basketball team, and we were on his team. He gave back to like the few block radius of kids that were around at that time. I was able to see that, so I already knew when I got older, this was something that I felt like I had to do as well. Um, when seeing and being involved in certain things from older people that they were able to do for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that will forever be a thing. I'm just on pause with it right now. COVID, as far as like the whole COVID rules and shutting down this gym, or these people being this close together and all that type of thing. It's tough to do something like that right now. I don't know when we'll get the state of Pennsylvania kind of get back to um, being in position to kind of do, have the gyms open and doing different things like that. But I'm anxious to kind of put that together when they do. I've coached pretty much every age, all youth though. Um, from like really small kids to older kids.
Mm.
Okay.
So that was that was always again me, the whole me giving back, caring, and trying to put a safe and comfortable environment at all times was just always a thing of mine, like always. So the whole healthcare, the whole having the whole healthcare agency was like perfect. It was a perfect business that I kind of like wanted to make sure that I was involved in.
Hmm. Is the food truck your first business?
Yes, I had formulated a like a small record label. But that wasn't like really like a profitable situation. It was like a situation that prepared me for what was going on today. It
Hmm.
helped me get my idea. I had an idea. I had a logo that I created. Um, and then I went through the trials and tribulations of promoting myself as the actual brand, going on the road, dealing with different things as far as like the entertainment, as far as having entertainment information. Each and every city did things differently. As far as like
Hmm.
these people might have uh, had unity, this city might not have unity. It might have been politics in this city. There was no politics here. There was a lot more love here. There's a lot no love there. Seeing all that and going through those types of trials and tribulations kind of prepared me for just business in general. Um,
Hmm.
I felt like if you can even semi brand yourself in with the entertainment industry, how instant and immediate they want music and you to be somewhere performing and no one in the building knows your song, but yet you know they felt as though you were talented enough to kind of like hear you out, listen to what you got going on, and wanting to buy your music and wanting to buy your merchandise off of just nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you can do stuff, you can do that. You can kind of like it prepare you for the grind and the struggle of any type of business. There is
Hmm.
because you got to be patient in the music industry. You got to be patient. There's so many people that are talented and good artists and have made it. When you're trying to build a name for yourself, you have to be patient and you have to be persistent and you got to put the work in. So I personally felt like again, those are all the tools and techniques that you need in any business. You have to be patient. You have to treat it with care. You have to brand yourself. You have to market what it is that you're doing. You have to be consistent. You have to be hardworking. And the talent, your overall talent is your vision. To whatever it is that you got going on or whatever it is that you're doing. That's the actual talent that you have. And for me, even though I was, I knew how to rap and write. My overall talent was just being an entrepreneur. Um, I'm figuring those things out, putting the pieces together, bringing people together, organizing and structuring a whole plan, going through with it.
Hmm.
Those were all the things that kind of like helped me and made me who I am. And these are the things that I try to preach to my kids on a day to day, like that they have. You don't have to necessarily do what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
you have the mindset, the skill, and the blood in you to push forward and just to be great, just in general. Um,
Hmm.
for them to be able to see me take something which was that, and they didn't know I'm like not a cooking guy, like at all. So for me to take something like that isn't my strong skill and make it a thing, um, and to be able to make money from it, it's like anything I say at this point is just like pretty much golden. You know what I'm saying? It's like oh okay, yeah, because you wasn't a baby and then that's all you knew. You grew up seeing me work a food truck. You know what I'm saying? That came like I said this year. My kids are 17, 13, and 9. So it's like
Okay.
for you to be at this age in your life and to see me from out of nowhere start doing that and turn that into something, it's just like, oh, all right, so everything that he was saying prior to was pretty much accurate. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was able to catch him at a perfect time. Like my daughter, she be graduating high school this year, going into college. Um, and it's so crazy, right? And it's not to say anything to any the people who are not entrepreneurs or doesn't wish to be in that type of world. But I had one on a a college trip. We were visiting this college with my daughter. So in the midst of us visiting the college, we doing a tour of the school. So we had bumped into like I don't think she was a professor. I think she was like it was Newman University. So she was like they're like like kind of Catholic or whatever in there. So the lady was like a sister. She wasn't. I'm not sure her actual duties, but she wasn't a professor. She just was like a person that's that's familiar with the school. The kids are familiar with her, and this, that, and the third. So she stopped us, and she talked about going to the school, trying to convince me and my daughter, that this was a good place to go. And it was a kid. It was in his freshman year who was giving us the tour. So he was volunteering, and she was telling him how that was good for his portfolio. So she preached, to help you with a good job, and she preached that to my daughter as well. Get in here, build your portfolio, help you get a good job, and blah blah blah. And then she was like, "Well, what do you do? What do you do if you don't mind me asking? What do you do for work?" So I'm like, I own a food truck, and I'm naming different things that I've been involved in and been doing. So she's like, "Oh, you're an entrepreneur. That's great." And it was like you were more excited about the title of me even being an entrepreneur, but you're preaching to them to do the things that make up a resume to get a job, to work for somebody. I was a little taken away by that. You know what I'm saying? When I kind of like left, and then I kind of like slowly just gave the kids some. My daughter, she gets it every, she lives with me, so she gets it, I mean, every day as far as the whole the speech about that. But giving the kid some advice would just let him know, like you seen how lit up she was with just knowing that you know I was an entrepreneur versus telling you guys to build up your resume to work a job. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yeah, I seen it." And I'm like, the thing about it is, um, whether you work a job or you take on entrepreneurship, everything that you are doing is going to help you build character. You know what I'm saying? You're volunteering to take us around school, doing something vital with your time, opposed to just I don't know what you could be doing at college when you're out of school, drinking, having a party. I don't know, but you taking it upon yourself to put hours in and trying to do something voluntarily, and then having a conversation with people who from different parts of the world helps
Mhm.
build your character. You know what I'm saying? All these things is a portfolio for your personal character versus a job
Yeah.
or 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 any type of entrepreneurial business for that matter. All these things just helping build your character and tools that you kind of need to grow. You know what I'm saying? That was the main thing that I was just trying to like, preach to him. These are the tools that you need to kind of grow mentally in this world. Whether you choose to work, to start a business, to not work, whatever you choose to do, all these things are going to help navigate where it is that you really want to go and who you really want to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of things. Those are the type of things that I do. I
Yeah.
sit and take things like that and kind of like brought people mindset on what it is that the view that they weren't looking at. You know what I'm saying? And the whole food truck thing is just a testament to that. It's like again, I'm not a food guy. I'm not a cook. I'm not any of those things. But I was able to meet someone who was looking to kind of be in that world, and then give him the game of from an entrepreneur's perspective, and we put those two things together, and then was able to make a food business, to be in a food business. And I kind of like talked with my guy to make him see the bigger picture. Like, he literally quit his job and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to kind of like, you know what, man? Yeah, man, I quit, man. Like, I'm with you. We in this thing together, man. And whatever happens, man, I know you got me, man. And we just in this thing together, man. I believe in you, man. I believe in what you got going on, and we've been rolling ever since. You know, that's the type of type of things that I kind of like are able to provide for is that
Yeah.
it's make people kind of like see the thing that they're kind of missing. And, you know, everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Me meeting people, me even talking to you guys, all that stuff happens for a reason. Nothing is accidental to me.
Right.
We actually have a
We
question.
gotta, yeah.
Hold
See
on.
what-
All right, go. I got you. I'm with you.
All right. I don't know if you're able to see that. It says, "How many
Oh
times
yeah, I
did you
say, how many
fail?"
times did you fail? With the food truck business. Oh man. So I had a cook. Um, he didn't work out. I had another cook. He didn't work out. Oh, before I even got the cooks. Um, so you have to take a test to be safe serve. Safe serve is
Mm-hmm.
to let so you know the temperatures of the food. So you're not giving nobody any food poisoning. Um, you know the temperatures to kind of keep the food at. And me knowing that, and me studying for that, because again, like I said, so I'm not a cook, so I had to study like crazy for it. I pretty much had to make it my life. So when I did that, I failed the test maybe twice before I actually passed it. Um, Once I got the safe serve, now I'm thinking I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We gonna open up. Um, then we had one of the pipes bust. Um, uh, had to get the pipes fixed. That took a second. The water tank went out. Had to get the water tank fixed. That pushed us back a couple days. Um, then we had to get the truck inspected. I'm thinking I got the certificate, license, I'm good. But we actually had to get it inspected. And getting inspected, you had to have a sidewalk license that I didn't know. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to put it on pause, get the truck inspected, pass inspection, and then I had to go downtown and get a sidewalk license along with my business license, and vendor's license as well. So then I got those things, and then the inspector guy told me I had to move to another location to where three family, basically three people can walk past with plenty of room. Um, did that. Once I do that, and they move me there. I get the cops called on me. From the church. I was in front of I was on the corner of a church, and I was a food truck, so we get in traffic, and
Oh my
they're
gosh.
trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why is this never been here? There's never been nothing like this in the neighborhood. They've been there for, since before I was born. So it's never been. So like, what
Wow.
is this? I don't think that this is legal. So they call the cops. The
Damn.
cops come out, and then I had to show them all my information, and then they seen that, oh, okay, he's legit, he's fine, and they had to leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? I was
Mm.
mind blown by that because it was just like, this is a church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why didn't you guys come out and kind of like speak to me and see what was going on, and see whatever with the hoorah was about. So I was a little disappointed in that, and that was a setback for me mentally. Um, so um, and so now I'm doing my business. Everything's fine. Cops not bothering me. I'm not bothering nobody. Everything's good. My Now, mind you, the original idea of even having it was to help my brother's dad, and he, in return, didn't want to do it, didn't want no parts of it. I was trying to stress to him about branding, about what it could be. We can have X amount of trucks. You don't have to
Right.
work at that job anymore. You can quit. You can just dedicate your time that you was dedicating to somebody else's situation who wouldn't even give you leverage inside of the business. You can just do your own thing at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that thing is not working out. I was preaching this to him over the whole winter and spring, and he was just like, oh, okay. But he understood and saw what I was doing and appreciated, and I always try to cut him in. He ended up running into some money, and then he bought like a real big truck to where though you can make, just more, different things on the truck. It was like a real big truck. So his whole thing was he was going to move that truck, like for instance, like on our avenue, like everybody has like an avenue. So I was moving it on our avenue, and I was preaching that to him, like, man, going there, so much traffic up there, you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? That's the perfect spot. And then he ended up, it was side conversations with other people. I was cutting me out on certain things, and then he ended up moving his truck next to my truck, and I was like, that was like a, yeah. So that was like that was a conflict. I was very, 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 very disappointed about it. I really felt some type of way. I stressed that to him. I let him know that kind of put a strain on our relationship. And then my mindset was, you can have this spot. You know what I mean? I can show you better than I can tell you as far as I can be able to be successful anywhere I go. And I can show you that. You know what I'm saying? And so I end up moving the truck. I end up buying another truck, and then I end up moving the truck that he moved next to somewhere else. It was so crazy because when he did it, mind you, my kids is out there. My kids at this time, it's the summertime. My kids is on the truck. My daughter's on the truck. My kids working the water ice, and they like mind blown by it. Like, yo, like, how did you do that? Like, how, like that? He can do that? Like, how would he do that? And that was a lesson, an unfortunate one, but it was a lesson to them. I was, we got in the car, and I was taking them home, and I was just telling them like how things could go, how this world gets, how people get over certain situations, over money, how people, how what an opportunist is, what backstabbing is, for realistically, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's exactly what that was. That's how I took it. That's how I stressed that to him. Anybody that was around could clearly see that was crazy. Um, I felt like he piggybacked off my situation. Wait till I got the traffic. I put the work in and got the traffic and the people and awareness brought to the location, and then he piggybacked off of it. For the most
Yeah,
part.
that's crazy.
So again, like I said, I can show you better than I can tell you. We don't gotta whatchamacallit, we don't gotta compete or anything like that. I ended up moving to where I was at, 61st and Passyunk, and was able to, get rebrand the truck, and with the help of my guy, and and be take the training wheels off, so to speak, and be successful in doing it. Um, Sad to say, his truck is not running right now. It's not up right now. I mean, you read what you sell. You feel me?
Right.
For sure.
I
Karma
still
is
wish him the best. Nonetheless, I still wish him the best. I wish him, all the success in the world. Um, some people that's just what you got. You got to leave it there. You got to kind of leave them with just wishing the best for them, and hope they figure it out. But you can't really, limit yourself to being involved or leading the way um, for them when things like that is at jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? We talking about somebody who basically helped raise me. You know what I'm saying? My dad wasn't around, so I was in the house with, my mom, him, and the kids that they made, which were my brothers. So again, this guy, raised me, pretty much helped raise me, and I was just mind blown by that. But that's just how stuff goes. And that was a trial and tribulation to that game. You know what I mean? That those are some of the things that can happen, and I was able to um, show my kids firsthand what that looked like. You know what I'm saying? And certain
Right.
things that I kind of got to go through and went through. So it was is talking even sitting here talking to you guys about it. It was it was helpful in my story. With them, I always talk about sacrifice with them. So it's like if I had to get on the cross for you to be able to see that what that looked like firsthand, so not to do nothing like that. And if somebody does something like that to you, you kind of know how to handle it. Then so be it. You know what I'm saying? So be it.
Yeah. Crazy.
So I truly feel like you're the true definition of definitely giving back, right? Like you talk about you said Miles Mack, right? Was it Miles Mack?
Yeah, Miles Mack. Yep, got it right.
So
For sure.
and being able to be um a youth at that time that was able to witness somebody giving back and how what that meant to you,
Right.
and therefore now growing up and you wanting to do the same thing, I think is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So before we like start to part ways, I want to take you and I want to know for all the other entrepreneurs out there, whether you, adult, male, female, anybody that has an idea of something that they might want to do, what is your advice for them?
Really quick, like I talk to people on a really often, just trying to convince them to take their thoughts and turn it into an actual business. Because these are things that you would do for free. I would give. My brother said I should be a consultant. Just like connecting the dots with certain people because it's like that's the business of what you do. I talk to people on a day to day, trying to convince them or root for them or support whatever it is that they're doing, or trying to help them with information that I might know about whatever it is, what lane that they're in, and then could try to help and connect the dots for them, whether it be actually calling somebody or putting up a post or anything like that. It's certain people that I just root for and I love. It's even certain businesses of mine. I got a female on here by the name of Tootie. She has a business she's doing, which I think is like super dope, and I'm just so glad that she took the leap to do it. It was like she started to, and this is a thing that I didn't even know she had installed in her, but she started doing like nails, like doing nails, um, hands and feet, and it was just like she was grinding with it, like she was promoting it, she was getting customers and clients. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that you know what I'm saying, that you even had that talent or ability in you to do, and that's dope to me. You know what I'm saying? It's so many people that are fit to be entrepreneurs, they just scared. You know what I'm saying? They just scared, and it's a difference between actually going to work and putting in work for someone that told you to go to work at this time, to get there at this time, and get off at that time, and then setting a real life schedule, disciplining yourself enough to set a schedule and days for yourself and to say that I'm a grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My cousin, she gets off work and then she goes and sells candles. You know what I'm saying? I had to pull up on her one day. She was out there in the cold. She like, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I seen you. I seen what you did. I seen what this person did. I'm from that cloth and from that culture. I know what it is to do. I'm gonna put the work in. I'm gonna sell. I'm out here selling candles, car fresheners, and she doing her thing. She inspired my little cousin. My other little cousin is coming up. It came out with her clothing line called Cherish Unique, and for kids clothing. And she finally took the leap to get the clothes pressed up and promote it and get a website and then go to pop-up shops and pump her brand. I always praise my other cousin that does hair, that she gave the game to her daughter, and to take doing hair and elevating it to like doing hair gel or edge cream, or you know what I'm saying. They've been doing that along with clothing and just pumping that whole situation, and it's so dope to me. You know what I'm saying? When I see those things, I just root for it so much. You know what I'm saying? It's another guy who's in the food truck industry, and we was talking at one point like every morning. Like I was going on my truck, he was cleaning out his truck, getting ready to go out, and we just talk, just building other minds. My guy Ruff, shout out to him, but he he put the work in. You know what I'm saying? On a day to day, we're just trying to keep continuously trying to figure it out. And I love stuff like that. I love dudes like that, but I especially love like when females do it because we credit them for being the true definition of hard workers and patient human beings. Um, to have a whole human come out your body is like it's like and dealing with kids and then going to work and then a relationship and then you're an octopus. You follow what I'm saying? These women are octopus. So when they take the leap and then take on entrepreneurial things on top of that, and then I see that I love it so much. I'm a fan of it. Like what I'm saying, like tremendously. Like I constantly preach to my lady. Oftentimes like I call her a goat. Like you a goat. Every day that you wake up, everything that you do is another chapter and another page within your legacy. You feel what I'm saying? You're great. You know what I'm saying? All your abilities and your talents, you're great. She isn't, an entrepreneur, but that's why I say I don't take nothing away from, anybody that's doing anything as long as you're working hard. You know what I'm saying? And you're staying persistent and consistent at it. A lot of the entrepreneur things aren't people's calling, but I just feel like if you would do something, this is my advice. Like if you would feel like you would do this for free, but if there's a business behind it where people are actually getting paid for something that you love, you feel like you would do for free, why not get paid from it?
Yeah.
We can't duck these bills and these things that life is facing us with, as far as like just needing money to do certain situations. So why not make that thing a business? That's just my whole thing. Why not make it a business and get paid from it? You feel me? You guys even having this platform, which would turn into maybe a TV show. You know what I'm saying? You guys are doing this out of kindness of your heart, and you're working together with doing it. This will turn into an actual business. So you will become an entrepreneur whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, you will become one. You follow what I'm saying? And that's just it. That's just it in my opinion. If you like something, if you love doing it, why not make it a business? It might not take off right away. It might take time and patience with it, but eventually, it'll pay off financially for you. And at that point, in my opinion, you will be free and at peace. You know what I'm saying? Just to be in a place to where as though it's like I like my brother was taking my nephew with him to work. My brother drives a oil truck, and was taking him to work, and he was like paying him, like he was taking him with him, and he would like pay him, you know what I mean, to work with him. I idolized it. I was like, I always told him like, yo, that's so dope. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have your son see what you got going on and be a part of what you're doing. You follow what I'm saying? Right. So in return, if you like doing trucks and this is what you do, and then you eventually saved up your money and bought your own truck, and then he was able to like do what, that's how that go. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's like second nature. Like we all are entrepreneurs, we just don't know it. You just gotta get the game of what's going on. Now certain people like myself are just different. I'm super passionate about what it is that I'm talking about what it is that I view the motivation that I want to provide the people with. I'm real big on that. So everybody isn't like that, but you are an entrepreneur. You just don't know it. You're scared to take the proper steps. And if you are, my advice to you is just do it. Nike, man. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even trip. Like you can still do whatever it is that whatever work, whatever job you was at or whatever. Just give yourself time to work on your passion as well. know what I mean? You guys are, or I don't know what you guys do for work or what you guys do for a living at all, but you're taking time out your day, your week, your month, your year to tap into your passion and to be able to talk to the people and connect with people such as myself and have other people connect with people such as myself. You know what I'm saying? And then in return, we're just building, networking, and enjoying a good, wholesome conversation. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's priceless. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things are priceless, man. So, um, but we're living in a world to where though we can get paid off of this conversation. You know what I'm saying? This people would pay us to be a fly on the wall with what it is that we're talking about. Um,
Right.
People would pay just for information, just in general, and these type of conversations are informative.
Mhm.
So again, why not make it into a business? Let's not even make it into some money to say you can get paid off of it and all that. I take that back. Why not make it a business? Right? Why not make what you love an actual business? Why? Why not? What's holding you up? And that's my thing to anybody who are on the cuffs or somewhere nervous about taking a leap to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to go in there by yourself. You can link with other great minds or other people who's just as nervous as you about doing it,
Yeah.
and figure it out, and then take it from there. You don't have to do that by yourself. Like I mentioned, the whole healthcare thing. It's not a business. It's just mine. It's me, my brothers, my guy Dane, my other brother, who I brought along. We're making this into a unit thing. This isn't just
Yeah.
something that is just me. I'm not really a me guy. I just want to be able to um, do things on my terms. That's all. I'm not just trying to be like, oh, I did this or I did that, or I want to bring this, or I want to have these many businesses. Nah, I just want to be able to live life how I want to live it, and talk and motivate the people and just bring good energy, man. That's it. That's it. That's all.
Wow.
So dope. Man, so
Yes.
dope.
You got me hyped. You're such a
Ah,
dreamer.
that's what's up. That's what's up. That's my job. That's my job. Real
And
rap.
there's a lot of dreamers. There's a lot of people with ideas, or like you said, things that they like or passionate about. But there's the difference between being the dreamer and executing on the dream, executing on the ideas.
Yeah, it was that execution is not always pretty.
No, it's not no
Right.
joke. Oh my God.
Right.
Sacrifice, sleep, and a lot of other things.
Yeah. You gotta kind of be. You gotta be willing. The thing about it is, and this my outlook on it. It's like you willing to sacrifice your time for what somebody else came up with that they're
Mhm.
willing to give you a certain amount of money for
Your time.
your time. And then you think like, I heard somebody say, well, is your time worth $20? Is your time worth $40? Like, how much pressure? Things that we're talking about and we're doing right now this is $1 million conversation, no doubt. It's $1 million conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just in general, and it's like to be somewhere else and give you the same conversation at the time. You're telling me that that conversation is only worth $10. You know what I'm saying? Or $15. You know what I mean? And it's like with a lot of people, it's not even in the conversation. It's like your body, your physical body, to be here is worth this amount of money. And I feel like when people start thinking of it like that and analyzing, it's like it's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Um, when I first got into it with my guy who's a cook, like I said, he used to work his ass off, and it's like, bro, we can do this though. You know what I'm saying? We can have no cap on our money every day. You get what I'm saying? It's about the people, this us branding the situation and people coming over here and spending money with us. But there's no cap. It could be this high or this low. But This is the sacrifice that we taking every single day that we come out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I preach to him every single time. Like, bro, I know you don't get the whole entrepreneur thing right now, and I'm a little bit more advanced than you at it, right? So we working you into it, but him just even willing to take the sacrifice and the leap with me is dope enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fire enough to me in my opinion, and I just I appreciate him for it. And it's so it's a lot of people that I just feel like yo, you're supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be working here. Like basically, like you're not. I don't. If you're a really really good cook, but you're working at Pep Boys, I don't understand that. I'm lost with that though. You feel what I'm saying? But no cooking jobs will hire you right now, so you had to work at Pep Boys. It's like, why don't you just start selling dinners? And so, but people, because I feel like people gonna feel the way I feel about your food. So why don't you just take the sacrifice enough to bet on yourself to kind of do that? And that's the mindset, more of a mindset that more and more people kind of need to get on, in my opinion. Start not right away. I'm not just saying drop everything, right? Quit your job tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying for the people a couple people that's watching. It's like, I'm not telling you to like wake up tomorrow and just like forget your job. Fuck it. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is slowly start putting the play into and start putting the thing that you do into play to work for you financially, to be able to work for you financially. That could take time. It's a process with it. Certain people will just literally hear this right now and be like, yeah, tomorrow I'm out of here. I'm gonna go do it. You know what I'm saying? But you can slowly put those things in effect and then see how it works for you. And then when it becomes that thing that you need, that number that you need, to kind of like be sufficient enough for your life and your lifestyle, then go full throttle with it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Go full throttle with what it is, because you'll be more at peace. You'll be more happy with yourself and what it is that you leaving, you're working towards every day. My lady, even though she's working, she has a good job. Realistically, she's like a real good creative person. She just like can set up a party and events and all, and be like really really like artistic with it and creative. And I'm like, yo, you dope. You know what I'm saying? She's a leader. She's a conversationalist. She can go in a room and get along with anybody. She's a good host. You know what I'm saying? So many things, that's just me bragging real fast about it, but it's so many things that she's capable of doing. And for example, that I know that these are the things that in our reality overall that is your calling and what you'll be able to do. You know what I'm saying? So this is not nothing I'm just trying to like, preach to strangers or talk about the strangers. This is something that just like is a thing with me. I'm not a millionaire, and I'm trying to tell people, how I've done it and how I got to this point. I'm talking to you from a standpoint and a perspective of a person who's still currently trying to figure it out, but is confident enough to go through with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I'm in a position within a business that's, that is, through the grace of God, making me money. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to make money and pay my bills with what I'm able to bring in. But at the end of the day, I'm still figuring it out. I'm still trying to put a system together. I'm still going back to the drawing board day in and day out. I swear to God, if my cook was here, he'd tell you, we're on the phone like every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly trying to, what marketing strategy we need. What's a special that we could kind of make? How can we cater to this type of people who want this type of food? How can we improve on customer service? what is it that our uniforms need to look like, to give people the experience of the concept of the King's Kitchen. Um, every day. This is like every day. If not every day, every other day. I'm constantly going back to the drawing board on the phone with this guy for hours. That's who I was talking to right before I even, came on here. I was just like, yo, bro, I got to get off here and get on, you know what I'm saying? Because we'll be on the phone for hours just trying to talk about that. And then I will drift off into life, and I'll try to give him my point of view on certain things from that standpoint, that aspect. Again, I don't know it all. I don't have all the answers. I'm not Mr. Perfect by a long shot. But the things that I do know, I have no problem sharing my experiences and everything that I'm involved in, and I'm really, 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 really passionate about it. And I'm passionate about things that I'm rooting for and things that I kind of can see in people. I'll call you guys and be on the phone with you guys for like 2 hours. Like, listen, I think you need to do this. Add this way to get these people in, and we should be doing this and da da da. And I had nothing to do with nothing that you guys got going on. I just want to genuinely see you win, and give you a different view from a customer's perspective and a viewer perspective, in you guys' lane, a viewer perspective, and how you guys could possibly improve and get to where it is that the goals and things that you guys trying to reach. I just want to see people do great things. That's it. I don't once I see it in you that you're supposed to be doing something else, you're not going to hear it from me. I'm going to constantly call you and talk to you and be irritated with the fact that you ain't doing what you're supposed to. What I feel like is your calling. You're disrespecting God right now. You know what I'm saying? You need to be doing this and you need to be doing that. And from my barber to to my lady. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's in between that, I try to like give them the conversation that is needed to put whatever battery in their back, whatever thing that kind of triggered the mindset for them to kind of keep it pushing. That's my that's my thing. That's the real thing of Michael King. It's not just a food truck or whatever business venture that I might be taking on at the time. It's just me just wanting to see people do good things and just do their calling. My calling is that. In return, it is the occupational thing that people will call that is an entrepreneur. But my thing realistically is bringing people together, piecing stuff together, figuring things out, overthinking situations at times in order to have success, and just get things off the ground and rolling, get the ball rolling with stuff. I'm really, I'll think of something. I'll think of something tonight and then be moving on it tomorrow. Like that's just the type of guy I am. Like for a small example, I was wondering. We leave at 5 o'clock every day on the truck, and I just wonder how it would be if, is it people out here overnight that want to eat food, or at late night that want to eat food, at 2 o'clock in the morning that might want a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. I was wondering that, so I'm like, you know what? I'm spending the night out here. You get off. I'm coming out here, and I'm gonna stay out here all night so I get my answer. Because that's the only way I'm gonna get my answer. Is if I go ahead and put that in effect. And that was, I didn't say I'm going to do that next month or next week. It was tonight. Yeah, I thought about that this morning, and tonight we're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna have an answer to my question, and we're gonna
On a Monday night. Okay.
Huh?
That's funny. We actually have a question. I think you kind of answered it. Somebody asked, "What is your key to success?"
Just staying ambitious. With the little bit of success that I've had, I would say just staying ambitious. Just being on top of it. Execution. If you really want to do it, do it. Like don't try to wait till next year or next month. I understand certain financial aspects of life will put you in that method to have to wait till next year or next month
So I get and understand that, but work constantly work on different things on a day to day that leads up to that. You know what I'm saying? And then move on to the next thing. Give it all you got, and then keep trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Put the work in. Dedicate yourself wholeheartedly on the mission. If the mission is to sell uh, 5 T-shirts, then sell 5 T-shirts. Don't stop till you sell 5 T-shirts, and that is a success once you sell the 5 T-shirts. However long that takes, don't put no time frame on it. Don't put no age on it. None of that. You never, none of that's no nothing. You're not never too late for. I mean, you might be probably can't get in the NBA at 55 if you didn't, or the NFL at 40 something. And even with that, who knows? You feel me? But there's a lot of things in this world that you just never too late of doing, and you can accomplish it. You just gotta put the just put the work in. Just remain hard working at it. They want you to kind of work and bust your behind for a certain amount of hours and then leave and have just that. So if you can do that, you can put the work in for something that kind of will leave a legacy within your own name. You know what I'm saying? When people think about it, not to go too off subject with this or to make a turn for some sad stuff, but when you think about funerals and obituaries, you kind of want to be able to leave this earth, or even look yourself in the mirror every day, as a good human being, knowing that you're doing, what it is that you're supposed to do, that you try to put good energy in the world.
Right.
My man, aside from my own personal kids, just outside from my kids, my man, son, he's a good kid. And every time I see him, I run into him, a guy who cuts my hair. When I run into him, he's going to work, and I'll just tell him, like, I thank my man for being able to put the work in to put another human being in this earth, in this world, that's a good person. You know what I mean? He's raising his child to be a good person, and then in return,
Yeah.
he'll be another good person in the world, and can be able to do great things. So these are things that are part of our legacy that we can't ignore, and we can't act like that stuff isn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? I want my name to be mentioned around great things, so I know it's certain goals and um, situations and accomplishments that I have to go through in providing it. I'm confident in my. I feel like I'm raising good kids and I'm putting good people out in the world, and the sacrifices and things that trials and tribulations that I've been through um, gives my kids a good look and firsthand experience and knowledge on what that look like. So in return, they'll become better than me, and then we'll have some more great people in the world. So
Mhm.
I'm just me particularly. I'm just doing my due diligence of being a cool human being, so to speak.
Love it.
The thing that's my dream, or whatever dream come true, is just taking a leap of faith and being an entrepreneur. I'm already living my dream. I'm good. I got good
Mhm.
kids. I got a good lady. I got good family, good people around me who I consider family. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's success within itself, and that's the thing that everybody need to kind of remember that. You need to kind of like sit back and be like, oh, you know what? I'm good. This is okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm doing good. I'm providing good energy. I'm having good conversations. I'm being a good listener. I'm giving good feedback to certain people. I want to see people win genuinely. Good. I'm good. So just continue to do that and put good work ethic into what it is that you love. Ultimately, that will transition into a business, and you'll become an entrepreneur. And what somebody said was hard work, which is you just not giving up. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It wasn't hard work to you because you loved it. You like doing it. This is not work to you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys are, you guys are just kicking it. We having fun here. We, you know what I'm saying? So this isn't something that's like that somebody else would consider you guys putting in hard work
Yeah.
because you love it and you genuinely are connecting people and the build of the minds together.
Yeah.
For
Love
sure.
it. Thank you so much. Like, you dropped so many gems, so many
Uh,
words of wisdom. Like, I'm hyped. It's definitely like this is all what it's about. Like when we first had the idea of Monday Motivation, like everyone has a story, everyone has their trials and tribulations, and how they were able to get through those trials and tribulations and kind of like rise above them. You have people who learn from the obstacles that they encounter, and it's just such a beautiful thing of having people share their stories, share the obstacles and the challenges, and how they just never gave up. Like, I don't know if you went back through some of our interviews. We have Ashley McCoy. She has a rare lung cancer, and her prognosis was like, according to the doctor, she shouldn't be walking this earth right now. But her soul, like, it didn't even matter. Like, I don't even care what you're telling me right now. Like, I stand firm and like knowing that I'm gonna be okay.
right.
And everyone that's come on here has just kind of like motivated us and inspire us. Like, just us taking the time out to spend with you. Like, we've learned so much. Like, we take so much from these conversations, and our hope is that as people listen and catch the replay, that they'll take all of that and kind of motivate them and propel them to do whatever it is they feel like their purpose to do. So thank you so much
For sure.
for just taking this time out your evening. I know you're busy, to share your story, your journey, sharing all of these nuggets of wisdom. And we definitely got to link up soon for
No, for sure.
sure.
And you guys are just you being a couple and taking time out of your day to kind of do this and doing it together is uplifting and refreshing just to see in general. So I'll take my hat off to you guys. Salute. I hope
You.
I wish many success and blessings on you guys as an individual and you guys as a couple and your family. Um, and I think that's dope. Of what you guys are able to come together and kind of do this, and you give people stuff, saying stuff like that, give other people that are in relationships and all that, a good view, a good thing to see. Like, so, I thank you for just continuing to every day show us, or every week rather, on Monday show us what that look like, because we don't, it's been just a lot of things on the internet that
Right.
isn't warming, hasn't has a much warming platform that you guys have. So I thank you for providing that for sure.
Sure.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And so everybody that's watching, make sure to catch us next week on Monday at 9 p.m. We're going to be chatting with Alyssa and Cheyenne from the Divinity Podcast. And so, as you know, remember to kill the day every day.
Right.
Much love. Thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe.